So in this next part of this How to Draw a Tiny House with Google SketchUp video series, I'm going to work on the interior of the tiny house that I just finished drawing. I'm beginning by fixing the framing that's actually above the where the wheel wells fit. Instead of one big 4x6, I'm drawing it to be two 2x6s and also inletting a piece of plywood there. I think that'll make a much more weather tight structure. So it's one of the weak parts of a tiny house with the way a lot of them are built. There's not a whole lot separating the outside from the inside right behind where the trailer wheel well is. But I think doing it this way would probably work a lot better. Alright, now I'm going to turn to the interior and start drawing walls. I'm going to start by copying that back wall. Make it a little bit smaller, of course. Move it in for move it in there. That'll be the bathroom. And I'm trying to decide, you'll see in the next couple of videos actually as I work on the interior, that having a lot of changes, I'll be making a lot of changes to how I end up framing or think I should frame this this wall. What I'm trying to do is line it up with 2x4s that are already there. I don't want to have to add 2x4s if I don't have to. So what I'm trying to do is get the best of both while leaving nailers there in the corners so that the interior sheathing can have something to nail to on all edges, all four edges. I'm adding a second wall here. I want to have a little utility closet that's accessible from the outside, from the exterior of the house. On one side, a little closet pantry space, maybe even enough room there for a little marine washer dryer. So is why I added that extra wall. Right here I'm experimenting with the idea of adding some blocking. It's one of the nice things about SketchUp is that you can throw in whatever you want and experiment with it, see how it looks before you're out there with 2x4s and nails and cutting wood. You can really get a lot of your thinking done while you're sitting on your butt at your desk, although I don't think that's necessarily the best way to do much of anything anymore. Here I am throwing some windows in, cutting the exterior sheathing and siding to match. I was just thinking I might add the kitchen over there on that side, and I'd like a window over the kitchen sink. Just cleaning up the siding there. I just copied and pasted that wall just so I would have some lumber to work with. Making it shorter, of course. And I want a real wall there because I'm thinking that's behind that is the utility room, and I really want that to be separate from the inside. Starting to add some interior sheathing, and I'm thinking drywall. But you could use pine boards or whatever. It's just easier to draw big flat sheets of things. I threw in a couple boxes just as placeholders to kind of see what things would look like. I copied and pasted the back wall, drywall piece there, and reshaped it to fit. Turning some layers back on here so that I can see what I'm doing, because I know I need to pull that wall up so I can cut through it. And have a solid piece. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the back wall. I'm drawing lines top and bottom of the loft because, of course, the loft is going to take that space up where that drywall would be. You'll see here in a moment. I'll push it through, get rid of that extra drywall. That wouldn't actually be there. Again, sort of an advantage of SketchUp. You really can visualize the space. Just copying and pasting a couple pieces of sheetrock there. Cut and open the windows. And I just made a big copy and paste of one wall, threw it on the other because I knew it was pretty much the same. Save time. And the same thing over there because I had with the eaves there because I had made a small adjustment to one side that I could take advantage of on the other side. Just drawing a quick what a shower stall might look like. Again, not really making it a perfect shower stall, right? How they would manufacture a shower stall. Just more representational for what might take up that space. This is just the flooring. Trying on some different looks there, just for fun. Don't think I'd put tile in a tiny house, but you know, wood in a bathroom isn't such a good idea. Wood in the rest of the house is a pretty good idea. I just threw a couple little lines on that the flooring so I could pull it into the hallway. Now I'm drawing the doorway, the door frame and the door. Again, these aren't supposed to be technical drawings of doors and things, more representations of the things that would fill those spaces. But in the framing, I am trying to be as accurate as possible so that standard doors and windows and things like that would fit. So I'm just going to do a little cleanup to these interior walls. I didn't have the measurements quite right for the to account for the interior sheathing drywall. Also going to adjust the cabinets, or these white boxes that represent the cabinets. I think the wood fascia on the cabinet would need to overlap the 2x4 framing. I don't think you'd use drywall there, so that's how I'm showing it. The one over on the right here is a little messed up, so I'm going to try to fix it. Then I'll end up deleting it, copying and pasting the other one, and then modifying it to fit the right side instead of the left side, which is sometimes easier than trying to fix something that's really broken. So in the next video, I'll continue working on the kitchen and adding more detail to this SketchUp drawing. So stay tuned.